We have a complete front porch rebuild for you today, guys. It's going to be start to finish, all in one video in about 3 minutes. It's going to go all the way down to the railing install. So first off, we're going to start with the demolition of this porch. We're going to be demoing it all the way down to grade height, and we're going to be replacing it with an as-built direct replacement, which means we're going to be maintaining the same exact footprint, same exact size. Once you do that, you do not need permits. So we take it down to grade height. We see this thing in the front that might be a footing. It might not be a footing. We also notice some wood rot. We rip out the rotted wood, and we notice the footing is just a fake footing. We put new wood in to replace it, and we're going to be putting ice and water shield over it. That is a waterized membrane that's going to take it and keep it from rotting out. Now we're going to be digging 3-foot down piers. We're going to dig 3 of them. We're going to stub rebar all the way across and tie it into the back. We're going to do a new footing and a base simultaneously. 8-inch base, 3-foot footing that we're going to start building block on top of. We're going to make this entire porch, out of block. We're going to block it all the way in. That's just going to be our rough. We're going to be blocking and filling the block completely solid with concrete, and then we're going to be Porch coating that block, and eventually we'll be doing stone. Now, we didn't have enough room to get block back in there, so what we did is we poured 12 inches of concrete, stubbed rebar across, tied them into the block, filled it completely solid, and then laid the block. Now we are Porch coating. We're taking our scratcher. We're scratching the entire thing. This is our scratch coat. It brings the block together, adds some strength, and it gives us the scratching, gives us a surface to adhere to with our cultured stone. When laying the stone, we do the corners first, then we run in between. We use type M masonry water, sand, water, and acrylic fortifier in the mix. We also have acrylic fortifier in the water, and we wet the backs of all the stones before putting the cement on them to help them stick better and clean any dust off. Next, it's time to do the joints. The joints are what make the stone. We take a grout bag and we thoroughly squeeze the joints so that they're sticking out past the stone, and we let them sit about an hour. Next, we take a paintbrush. We use the back of it. We use our finger, and we scrape it out and shape it. Then we use a paintbrush through each joint. We comb it out. Then we take a whitewash brush and we get all the snots out. Next, it's time to do our limestone treads. We go 8-inch treads on top, so there's block lips on all the way around that we can stub rebar out from. We make sure there's pitch running away from the home. Then we have 12-inch limestone for our risers. Each riser has 7 3/4 inches in height with pitch running away from the home, away from the stone. Now we're pouring 4,500 pound concrete. It's rebar reinforced. We put stone in first, then we pour on top, and it's got fiber mesh reinforcement in there. We knock down any hump bumps and lumps with our trowel. We're going to be putting on a sponge float finish because we want a rough surface so it's anti-slip, anti-trip. We also put an edge on so we can give it a nice picture frame. Now it's time to get our railings. They want the railings on only one side of the home. So we use our permapost. We drill in with our 1/4-inch drill bit. We fasten with our 5-inch fasteners, tighten them all the way down. We put a little bit of a shim in because, as you know, those steps have pitch on them. We want these perfectly plumb. Again, rail on just one side. They put groceries on the left side. They only want the rail on the right side, the only one they use. Yes, it's cheaper. That's what they want. That's what we do. This is the veranda railing from Home Depot. The whole system's about $450 in cost. When putting it on, we want 2.5 inches off the limestone. We make it so the angle, the stair rail touches, it sits on the step and then goes. And here's our completed look. Thanks for watching.